Good day everyone, this is Bervena El Saraga and for today's video, we are going to talk about the topic endocrine system. So first, what is an endocrine system? An endocrine system is a complex network of glands and organs and it uses hormones to control and coordinate your body's metabolism, energy level, reproduction, growth and development, and response to injury, stress, and mood. So, ang endocrine system ay isang uri ng sistema sa ating katawan na kung saan ang pangunahing trabaho nila ay mag-release ng hormones na para magamit sa ating body's metabolism, energy level, reproduction, growth and development, and response to injury, stress, and mood. Next, what are the parts of an endocrine system? First, the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus is located at the base of the brain near the optic chiasm where the optic nerves behind each eye cross and meet. The hypothalamus secretes hormones that stimulates or suppress the release of hormones in the pituitary glands in addition to controlling water balance, sleep, temperature, appetite, and blood pressure. So, ibig sabihin, ang ating hypothalamus is working hand on hand with our pituitary gland. Kung saan, itong dalawa na ito is responsible para i-balance ang ating body temperature, ang ating appetite or yung ating gana sa pagkain, ang ating blood pressure at higit sa lahat, ang ating temperature sa ating katawan. The hypothalamus is involved in different daily activities like eating or drinking, in the control of the body's temperature and energy maintenance, and in the process of memorizing and in stress control. It also modulates the endocrine system through its connections with the pituitary gland. So, ang ating hypothalamus daw ay nakabahagi sa iba't ibang gawain natin sa ating pang-araw-araw na gawain. Simula sa ating pagkain para magkaroon tayo ng energy para gawin yung mga bagay na ating ginagawa. At to control sa ating body temperature para hindi tayo magkakaroon ng sakit. Next, kapag mayroong dysfunction or nagmamalfunction ng ating hypothalamus, ito ang mga sumusunod na maaari nating maranasan. First, the hypothalamic disease, which is a disorder presenting primarily in the hypothalamus, which may be caused by damage resulting from malnutrition, including anorexia and bulimia eating disorder, genetic disorders, radiation, surgery head trauma, lesion, tremor, or other physical injury to the hypothalamus. So, yun po ang mga pangunahing disorder na maaari nating maranasan kapag nagmamalfunction ang ating hypothalamus. Kapag mayroon tayong nitong mga sumusunod na simptoma, maaaring madidetect na natin na tayo ay mayroong sakit sa hypothalamus. Una, sensitivity to heat. Pangalawa, anxiety. Third, feeling irritable. Fourth, mood swings. Fifth, tiredness and difficulty sleeping. 6. Lack of sex drive. 7. Diarrhea. And 8. Constant thirst. Next, the pineal body. The pineal body is located below the corpus callosum in the middle of the brain. It produces the hormones melatonin, which helps the body know when it's time to sleep. The function of the pineal gland is to receive information about the state of the light-dark cycle from the environment and convey this information to produce and secrete the hormone melatonin. So, ang ating pineal body ang responsible kung bakit pagdating ng gabi tayo ay inaantok. It's time to rest, sabi ng ating pineal body kapag gabi na. Kaya kapag lagi natin itong nararamdaman na tuwing gabi, kahit anong pilit mong huwag antukin, aantukin ka talaga kapag normal ang ating pineal body. Ngayon, kapag hindi na natin naramdaman ng antok, ibig sabihin, there is something in our pineal body. So, pineal body dysfunction, the dysfunction of the pineal gland produces less melatonin secretion, which may result to insomnia. So, ito po yung sinasabi kong kulang na tayo sa tulog. Hindi na tayo madalas makaramdam ng antok. Abnormal thyroid function, anxiety, intestinal hyperactivity, and menopause. Next, pituitary. It is located below the brain, usually no larger than a pea. The gland controls many functions of the other part of the endocrine system. Your pituitary gland is an important pea-sized organ. If your pituitary gland doesn't function properly, it affects vital parts like your brain, skin, energy, mood, reproductive organs, vision, growth, and more. It's the master gland because it tells other glands to release hormone. So, ang ating pituitary gland daw, kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina, nag-work siya hand in hand with our hypothalamus. So, ang work ng ating pituitary gland is mag-release siya ng adrenocorticotropic hormone. Ito yung nagbibigay sa atin ng sign para sa production ng cortisol. So, ang ating pituitary gland ay kumukontrol din siya sa ibang parts ng ating endocrine system. Kaya siya tinatawag na master gland kasi siya din ang nagbibigay ng function kung para ang ibang part ng ating katawan or ang ibang part ng endocrine system ay makapag-release din ng hormones. So, these are the disorders of the pituitary gland: hyperactivity and hypoactivity. Sa hyperactivity natin, maaari nating maranasan ang giantism, acromegaly, acromegalic giantism, and Cushing's syndrome. Hypoactivity, maaari nating maranasan ang dwarfism, acromicria, Simon's disease. So, ang ating, kapag naranasan natin ang giantism, ito yung sobra nating paglaki. For example, you're only 10 years old pero yung height mo is pang 6 feet na. So, ibig sabihin hindi na siya normal. While kapag nakaranas naman tayo ng dwarfism, ito naman yung sobrang liit na. Na kapag, for example, 20 years old ka na, pero yung height mo is pang 3 years old pa lang. So, marami tayong makikitang ganito. Lalo na sa social media or sa mga, kahit sa iba't ibang sites. Next, we have the thyroid and parathyroid. Thyroid and parathyroid are located in front of the neck, below the voice box. The thyroid plays an important role in the body's metabolism. The parathyroid play an important role in the regulation of the body's calcium balance. So, ang ating parathyroid daw and thyroid ang responsible to balance our calcium. So, ang calcium, ito yung responsible kung bakit matibay ang ating mga buto. Next, the thyroid gland uses iodine from food to make two thyroid hormones that regulate the way the body uses energy. So, ang thyroid and parathyroid ang nagko-control para i-balance yung energy natin kapag tayo ay nag-work. So, para hindi ka masyadong matamlay, hindi ka masyadong active, ang ating thyroid and parathyroid ang responsible para dito. Now, we have the thyroid and parathyroid disorders. Typical thyroid conditions are multinodular goiter, enlarged thyroid hyperthyroidism. Pag sinabi natin multinodular goiter, ito yung lumalaki ang ating goiter. May bukol tayo dito sa may gawi sa lalamunan. Next, hypothyroidism. Ito yung underactive thyroid or hindi siya masyadong active. Then, thyroid nodules and thyroid cancer. Disorders of the parathyroid glands include hypoparathyroidism and hyperparathyroidism and parathyroid tumor. Next, we have the thymus. The thymus is located in the upper part of the chest. It produces white blood cells that fights for infection and destroys abnormal cells. The thymus is an organ that is critically important to the immune system, which serves as the body's defense mechanism, providing surveillance and protection against diverse pathogens, tumors, antigens, and mediators of the tissue damage. So, ang ating thymus ay isang malaking or pinaka-importanting or somewhat important sa ating endocrine system. Bakit? Kasi siya yung nagsa-surveillance. If there are bad bacteria ba sa ating katawan, lalabanan ng ating thymosin ang yung mga bad bacteria na papasok sa ating katawan. So, hindi lang natin alam na sa loob ng ating katawan, meron tayong mga sundalo. Ito yung ating mga antibodies na nakikipaglaban sa mga bad bacteria na papasok or pumapasok sa ating katawan. Thymus disorder has 3 most common syndromes associated with thymic disorders are myasthenia gravis and hypogammaglobulinemia. So ito yung itong myasthenia gravis and hypogammaglobulinemia. Ito yung mga sakit na maaari nating makuha kapag ang ating mga antibodies ay hindi na makakapag-fight sa mga bad bacteria ng ating katawan. Now we have the adrenal gland. The adrenal gland is located on top of each kidney. So dito sa kidney natin, nakapatong siya sa for example, this is our kidney as what you see on my picture that attached in my PowerPoint. So for example, ito yung ating kidney. So, dito siya nakapatong siya dito. Ito yung ating adrenal gland. Located on top of each kidney. Like any glands, the adrenal glands work hand in hand with the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland. The adrenal gland make and release corticosteroid hormones and epinephrine that maintain blood pressure and regulate metabolism. So, ang ating adrenal gland ang responsible para ma-maintain natin ang ating blood pressure. Adrenal gland disorder. With adrenal gland disorder, your glands make too much or not enough hormones. In Cushing's syndrome, there is too much cortisol, while with the Addison's disease, there is too little. Now we have the pancreas. Our pancreas is located across the back of the abdomen behind the stomach. The pancreas plays a role in digestion as well as hormone production. Hormones released by the pancreas includes the insulin and glucagon, which regulates level of blood sugar. So kung ang ating adrenal gland is responsible para i-maintain ang ating blood pressure, ang ating pancreas naman ang responsible para i-maintain ang ating blood sugar. So, another way para ma-recognize natin ang ating pancreas, sa Tagalog, ito ay ang tinatawag nating lapay. So, ang ating lapay ay nagre-release siya ng insulin. Ito yung nag-maintain ng ating blood sugar. So kapag nga, 'di ba, pag merong may diabetes, sasabihin natin may diabetes po siya, nag-i-insulin po siya. Bakit? Kasi yung insulin natin ang nagre-regulate ng ating blood sugar. So common pancreas disorder. There are a variety of disorders of the pancreas including acute pancreatitis, chronic pancreatitis, hereditary pancreatitis, and pancreatic cancer. The evaluation of pancreatic disease can be difficult due to the inaccessibility of the pancreas. Now we have the ovary. Woman's ovaries are located on both sides of the uterus, below the opening of the fallopian tubes or the tubes that extend from the uterus to the ovaries. In addition to containing the egg cells necessary for reproduction, the ovaries also produce estrogen and progesterone. Ovaries make eggs and hormones like estrogen and progesterone. These hormones help girls develop and make it possible for a woman to have a baby. the ovary release an egg as part of a woman's cycle. So, sa ovary, dito po nakastore ang egg cells ng babae na kailangan para sa pagdevelop ng panibagong baby. So, next we have the common ovarian disorders. Polycystic ovary syndrome or PCOS is a hormonal disorder common among women of reproductive age. Women with PCOS may have infrequent or prolonged menstrual periods or excess male hormone androgen levels. The ovaries may develop numerous small collections of fluid, follicles, and fail to regularly release eggs. Sometimes this condition leads to ovarian cancer. So, pag sinabi nating polycystic ovary syndrome, ito yung hindi madalas na pagre-regla ng isang babae. So, matagal na panahon bago siya reglahin. Next, we have the testes for the men's. A man's testes are located in a pouch that hangs suspended outside the male body. The testes produce testosterone and sperm. Common disorders and conditions that affect testicles are the following: epididymitis, hydrocele, testicular torsion, varicocele, hypogonadism, orchitis, spermatocele, and testicular pain. Now we have the importance of endocrine system. So, bakit nga ba mahalaga ang endocrine system? The endocrine system controls growth and development during childhood, regulation of bodily functions in adulthood, and the reproductive process. The endocrine system is important for the control and regulation of all the major functions and processes of the body, energy control, and reproduction. So, mahalaga ang ating endocrine system dahil kung wala ito, hindi tayo makakapag-release ng panibagong o hindi tayo makakapag-reproduce ng panibagong generation ng tao. Without the endocrine system, hindi natin mariregulate ang mga functions ng ating katawan. Walang magko-command sa ibang mga part ng ating katawan kung ano ba ang dapat nilang gawin. Without the endocrine system, hindi malalaman ng katawan mo kung oras na ba para mag-grow siya. The endocrine hormones help control mood, growth, and development, the way our organs work, metabolism, and reproduction. The endocrine system regulates how much of each hormone is released. This can depend on levels of hormones already in the blood or on levels of other substances in the blood like calcium. So, kapag wala ang ating endocrine system, paano na ang mood mo? Walang magkokontrol ng iyong mood. Walang magkokontrol ng iyong paglaki. Walang magkukontrol kung ano ang gagawin ng iyong mga organs. Walang magkukontrol ng iyong pagre-reproduce ng panibagong babies. Without the endocrine system, so sali-saliwa ang mga functions ng ating katawan. Without your endocrine glands and the hormones they release, your cells wouldn't know when to do important things. Kasi nga, walang magko-command sa ibang parts or sa ibang cells ng ating katawan without the endocrine glands. For instance, your bones wouldn't get the message that it's time for you to grow and get bigger. So that's all. I hope you learned something. And by the way, pasensya na po sa mga mispronounced na word. Kasi nga po, I grow up sa Visayan country, sa mga Bisaya. So, I have that difficulty when it comes to pronouncing words. Nami-mispronounce ko po yung mga words na yon. And I hope you'll understand. Thank you so much and God bless us all.